The Church of Thomas. Desire for Power, 731:09. First I'm going to read you Reconciler Gospel of Thomas, verse 81. Jesus said, "Let a man who has grown rich in spirit be your leader. Let the person who holds great power renounce it. It is because it is better to be rich in spirit. It is because power corrupts." Now, in my sermon about politicians, there are a lot of good people who go in thinking, okay, I'm going to make a huge difference, and they get corrupted because too much power is placed in their hands. With power comes responsibility. Someone who is grounded in ethical thinking, in moral actions, and a history of making decisions based on those things are the people that we should be choosing as our leaders. When somebody wants to be a leader and they go to great trouble to go do it, it bothers me. It sends up this really big red flag and it says, put on the brakes, put them on now, you're headed for a damn cliff. The people that I have found the most staunch public servants have been people who are the quiet ones. They get things done. They have a record behind them. They're not all flash and glamour. And when they're asked to serve, they grudgingly go, okay, I guess I will if I need to. Do you really need me? And when we say yes, they go, okay. And they do it. And then when they're out of office, they quietly go about doing exactly what they did before they started their office. One example of this that I find near and dear to my heart is Billy Carter. He was a great example of an unsung hero. He had some bad luck in landing in the middle of some problems in the Middle East that made everybody think that he didn't have what it took. But he wasn't full of flash and glamour, and he did get a lot done. He supported people who were poor. He didn't make a big deal out of it. He tried to utilize his background and his upbringing to make life better for the rest of his country people. The things that he is doing now are probably going to be the things that he is remembered most for, even though he now has no power at all, except as a spokesperson. He represents Habitat for Humanity as a spokesperson. He is not someone who goes around getting things recorded of him talking about how wonderful it is. No. He gets a hammer, he gets some nails, he goes out and helps build houses. And speaking of that, that is one of the things that I think is a very good example of direct help. It's not a gift, it's empowerment. The concept behind Habitat for Humanity is sweat equity. If someone is given something without having to work for it, often it is regarded as a throwaway, something that, oh well, it was a gift, I didn't really sweat over this. If you do sweat equity, which means that you are helping to build that house, you're invested in that house. You can look back and go, oh, I remember that wall. That was the one we had trouble putting up because we only had 3 people and we needed 4. Or, oh, I remember that wall. I painted it because we were having trouble mixing the mixer. Yeah, that was fun. These are houses that will be cared for, looked after, and they're probably going to be in those houses, families for generations, instead of being sold at the first opportunity because they mean nothing emotionally. investing people emotionally in a project is the way to make them care about it. Jesus wants you to care about the projects that you're in. And if you're a leader, be a quiet one. Be one who just does it and doesn't go around tooting their own horns about how great they are doing it. Lead by example, because that's how Jesus led. When he said, you need to feed people, you need to heal people, he didn't just up and do it, he just did it. He became what he told people to be. So if you are going to be a politician, public servant, be the kind that Jesus would have wanted you to be. Don't crave the power, and don't be corrupted by it. God bless the whole world, no exceptions. Angel Eliza.